Hello, friends. Welcome to Multiverse, and today is a live show. You can actually participate in this show and express your comments, and also, give your opinion while the show is live. And by the way, we are live on all social media platforms, and use the chat function to give your comments. So, what is that we are going to discuss in Multiverse today? And it's about the weather systems of the galaxies. And very important question is, does this weather exist in the first place? Second is, does this weather is controlling the evolution or evolution of life in any manner, or extension of life on different systems? And it's a very thought-provoking subject. So friends, join in and give your opinion, because we are going to discuss this aspect with facts, scientific facts that we know today. So moving on, what is the galaxy weather patterns? Just like we have galaxy the weather pattern on Earth goes around the sun. And we have done a video few weeks back about the habitable zone around the star. So the chances of life to evolve on a planet largely dependent on the location of that planet in that solar system, and it has to be in a habitable zone. So we know pretty much the habitable zone around the star. If the star is very large, the habitable zone will be far out, and the star is small, it will be further inwards. So in case of Earth, we are in the habitable zone, and because of the area where we are located right now, the Earth is able to harbor life. Now there is habitable zone in the galaxy also. As you can see in this picture, the green belt shows the habitable zone, which is most friendly for life. Anywhere else is very difficult to find life, whether in the outskirts of the galaxy or also into near the core of the galaxy. It's very difficult for life to evolve, because there is a lot of chaos happening in this area. The more stable area is the green belt that you see here, and fortunately enough, sun is present in this particular area. So sun is passing through this area, and it is in the habitable zone. That is why we see life on Earth, and also there is speculation of life present on other moons of Jupiter and also of Saturn. So now we know pretty much, and we are still understanding. I'm not saying that we know completely this is how it is to it has to be, but the sun is also moving around the galaxy, taking going around the galaxy and rotating around the center of the Milky Way. And now it is traversing through the galaxy, and it must be passing through various zones which may be friendly and not so friendly for life. There could be some space weather that sun will pass through, which we do not know today. We also know that based on the rotation of all the nearby stars, the makeup of the night sky also changes. So what you see today in the sky may not be the same night sky after say 50,000 years, simply because the sun has moved from the current location to some new location. So when the sun is passing through these different locations, first of all, let's understand more in detail what happens. Well, sun is currently located in this area where there's a yellow dot in the picture, and it is moving at a breakneck speed. It's moving very rapidly. The estimated speed is nearly 500,000 kilometers per hour. At this speed it is moving around, so it's much faster than the Earth moving, and etc. And this is also a relative speed. As you can see that the speed is relative. This 500,000 kilometer speed per hour is in relation to the surroundings, the relation to the galaxy. And that is why this is a relative speed of 500,000 kilometer that sun is going around the center of the galaxy. Even at this high speed, it will take 250 million Earth years to complete one full circle around the galaxy. So this 250 billion years, which is our time frame, is like 1 year in sun's life, and we call it cosmic year. So sun will go around passing through various areas of the galaxy, various zones. In future we may encounter some supernova because some stars may be moving towards the sun, some stars may be moving away from the sun. There could be magnetic imbalances, anomalies that we will encounter through this journey, uh, or there could be chances that there could be set pattern of these these areas in the galaxy, just like we have on Earth. We know exactly there is a pattern, which is winter, summer, and other weather pattern in between. So we know that 3 months there will be huge summer, especially if you're in India. The 3 months will be the great Indian summer, and then 3 months will be the winters everywhere else in the on Earth. So we do not know, we do not have enough data to determine what type of areas we will encounter while passing through the galaxy. But the journey is very long. It takes about 250 billion years. And just to give you more comprehension around it, sun was formed about 4.5 billion years back, and within this time frame it has been estimated that sun has gone around the center of the galaxy only 20 times. So that means, just like we calculate our age, we say that, hey, what is your age? I'm 20 years old. Similarly, sun is only 20 years old, because as far as sun is concerned, the sun's year is one cosmic year, which is 250 million years. So sun is relatively young, and it has seen many seasons, multiplied by 20. So it has gone through various seasons and life cycles, etc. By the way, friends, if you have any suggestions or comment, and if you're watching me, use the chat function, and your chat messages will get displayed here, and I will respond to you immediately as soon as you send me your message. So moving forward, sun is a young star. It is only 20 years old from the cosmic standard. And during the life cycle, sun experienced many variation. Right now we are in this location, but it passes through various types of areas, various types of interaction with the surrounding stars. Something will happen in future. Some star may explode. We will pass through the nebulas, or we may encounter some globular clusters. Very difficult to predict what will happen, but nevertheless, sun is passing through, traversing through the journey, and it is going to interact with various aspects of the galaxy as it passes through, as it spend the entire year. Pretty much like Earth will encounter certain asteroid which is coming towards Earth, or a comet which is coming towards Earth. So similarly, sun will also have something coming or going away during the entire year of its life cycle. So this is one variation, one way the sun is going around. And we also know that sun is actually rotating in a nearly circular orbit. The sun's orbit is nearly a circular orbit. However, there is a twist in the circular orbit. It is actually also oscillating up and down when it is passing through in the circular orbit. It is not a completely circular orbit. It is also oscillating up and down, just like I'm trying to show you in this picture. Now, galaxy is a very large place. It is so large, from one end of the galaxy to the other end, light itself will take about 100,000 years to pass. It will take 100,000 years to reach from one end to the other. So it's a very large disc-like structure. Now let's look at the thickness of this disc. Now the thickness is not at all comparable to the width of the galaxy. Thickness is only 1,000 years estimated on an average. So when the sun is oscillating up and down, it is actually passing through various predictable things in the galaxy. And when it is going up and down, obviously it is basically having a sinusoidal wave type of motion. And when it is at the farthest point, it is almost touching the exterior portion of the galaxy, up, and then it comes down gradually, and then the bottom exterior portion of the galaxy. So when it is at the peak at the top, it is exposed to the cosmic weather, which is outside of the galaxy. It's not the galactical weather, it is something which exists in the so-called vacuum, or maybe 0 point energy, as we call it, dark energy, which may be affecting that the highest point of the wave, and also similarly the lowest point of the wave. So sun, when it passes through along with this all planet, will experience something which we cannot predict right now, but I'm sure it will be very, very different kind of a environment, very different location, where there could be a lot of radiation coming from outside space and hitting the planets and the sun. There is another area which is worth mentioning, is the central galactical plane. So during the one wave motion, which lasts for about 26 to 27 million years, so sun will pass through the center of the galaxy, galactical plane, 4 times. And now the scientists believe that the central galactical planes will also have a lot of radiation coming towards the spreading out, magnetic radiation coming from the center and spreading out. And this is also an area, the central portion, which may not be very, very comfortable for life to flourish. That is the estimate. We do not know for sure, but that is the estimate as of now we know. So you can see that the sun, when it is rotating and making a journey through the cosmic year, every 26 million years, it also have a sinusoidal wave type of motion, which takes it to the extreme end of the galaxy, which almost touches the exterior part of the galaxy, and also passes through the central galactical plane of the galaxy. And this is a long cycle, 26 million years cycle, and there are 4 points. It's worth mentioning, there are 4 times it passes through. Now this is the pattern, as scientists today we know, the humans know about these patterns, but it is not the first time that we came to know about it. I mean, let's talk about the Indian mythology. Well, Indian mythology, the entire time has been divided into 4 yugas. And don't look at the number of years, because I think this is where the knowledge is lost. But the important part is that the yugas were classified into how conducive these yugas are for life to flourish and to be happy. So they have divided these 4 yugas into gold, silver, bronze, and iron. And obviously the India was ruled by external invaders for almost 1,000 years. So most of this information is lost in terms of exactly pinpointing what they knew, what the ancient Indians knew about. But I think more important thing is capturing the pattern. There are 4 patterns, and if you remember the previous slide, there are 4 places where sun will cross through the central galactical region. So when it passes through gold, that is the best period for life to evolve, and when it passes through iron, that is the worst period. So as per the Hindu mythology, we are now in the iron age of and it is also known as Kali Yuga, which is the worst place for life, and there could be a lot of calamities, natural calamities, etc., as per the prediction. So let's move ahead from the mythology. Let's come to the real world. Now we know that on Earth, life Earth is very old, about 4.5 billion years old as the solar system itself. But the life started evolving only 600 million years back, as per the evidence that we find on Earth. And within last 600 million years, we have already seen there are 5 major extinction. So we know that in 600 million years, the extinction pattern is also after 26 million years, there is a major extinction. So during the entire life cycle, there is one major extinction that happens, and we have seen 5, and we are now passing through the 6th one. So every year, scientists are now talking about global warming, and every year there are species going extinct completely. That means they are going to disappear and they will never come back. So we are passing through the 6th extinction, and so this is quite something which is we should keep in mind. And if you look at this extinction pattern, especially on Earth, let's not look at any other planet. Let's understand this extinction pattern on Earth itself. Whatever species got extinct did not return, giving chance for other species to evolve, survive, and then flourish in the next life cycle. So between the extinction points, there was conducive period where life evolved and flourished, but the species which got extinct did not come back. So this is where the whole weather pattern of the galaxy lies. The weather pattern determines what will survive, what life form will extinct, and what will be the future. So the weather pattern is very, very important for humans to understand. And I think it is also important that when we look around the galaxy, we don't find any evidence of any sort of intelligent life to be seen. We don't find, even though there are billions of stars in the galaxy, there are at least 200 billion estimated stars in our galaxy itself, and there are 20 billion stars which are like sun. So in half of these 20 billion, at least there could be 10 billion Earth in the galaxy itself. There would be life, prospect of life in any of these planets, but yet we do not find any signs of any civilization other than humans so far. I mean, I'm talking about intelligent life which is able to ask these questions that we are asking today, and also look around, make complex machines like telescopes and rockets and automobiles, etc. We do not find. So scientists now have this big question which has no answer so far, which is, where is everybody? So if there are so many planets, so many stars in the galaxy, why we do not find any other alien civilization? So far we have not been able to detect any radio signal or any heat signature, etc. Maybe we will be able to find life once the James Webb telescope comes to life and start exploring the nearby areas, but so far we have not seen anything. Then scientists feel that there could be a filter which prevents civilization to progress further. That means there were civilizations in different times before us, or even there may be other civilization after us, but we will not see them because they were unable to cross these filters. So I would say that 26 million years life cycle of the sun is sort of a filter for Earth or the civilization, and whenever we cross that filter, the civilization will progress to the next level of evolution. If they are not able to cross that filter, they will go extinct. And that is why it is so important to understand how we can overcome these filters which exist in this space, which are inbuilt in our galaxy. And it is very important that the filter may be ahead of us, and in order to become the next level of advanced species, we will need to cross this filter when it approaches. And another thing to mention here is that we may have come here today after crossing a filter which is in the past. So right now, the human civilization is type 0 civilization, which is basically consuming the animals and the plant forms. But if we are able to cross the filter and do not get extinct and move to the next level, we will become type 1 civilization. That means we will not be consuming food, and we will have other means of generating energy in our body. Maybe our bodies will not require food as we know it today. Maybe the communication type will change, but in order to become type 1 civilization, we need to cross the filter, which is in the future. That filter will be determined by the weather pattern of the galaxy and the position of the sun. So this is something which I thought I will talk about in today's multiverse. Do let me know if you have any opinion on this subject. Definitely there is a pattern in the galaxy, and there is definite pattern that we have been able to identify based on the studying the extinction levels on Earth, which is directly linked to the 26 million life cycle of the sun, which oscillates through while going around the galaxy. So friends, I look forward to your participation and your comments, and as always, thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next edition of Multiverse, same time next Thursday. Bye bye.